As a rapper,
Right.
have you heard the perfect rap album?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Can you give me one?
I'm going to give you one right now.
Go
and
ahead.
I'm not just saying it because I'm on the album.
Okay.
But the H.N.I.C, like the greatest album I heard in my life, bro.
Okay.
The greatest album I heard in my life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not for nothing, that was from front to back.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You could listen to every song, no skips.
Right.
And it's like, for me, I know a lot of people opinions would be different, but in my opinion,
Right.
like you could never get tired of that album.
Incredible album, bro. Hip hop.
Front to back, yeah, hell
Hip-hop.
yeah, that's a big fact. You know, even the greats had skips on their joints.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Go to the next one like that. But that album right there,
Right.
crazy.
The rappers from the golden era are following some of these trends.
Right.
One of them is sitting down and recording a song.
Right.
Or sitting down and recording a project.
Right.
Me personally, I think it takes away from hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Do you sit down and record a song or record a project?
Hell no.
No?
Hell no, I don't do that sit down.
Right.
That is for the birds to me. Like, how you sitting down recording a song? You sitting down, you comfortable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're not really putting your energy into it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta, like, music is about vibrations. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So the energy is transferable. So it's like if I'm sitting down and recording, it's like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that, to me, that would be like, okay, I can see why this song is not really what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, nigga, stand up. Like, you know what I mean? Stand up, talking to the mic, all that sit down like daisical shit. Yeah, I be running and doing this. Here come to this. Like, what are you talking about?
Right. Do you think it takes away from the culture?
It definitely takes away from the culture because, well, I'm gonna rephrase that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it take away from the culture, but everything changed with time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what type of time it is. So it's like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, speaking from, you know, looking at both perspectives of the gate, like, it's like I wouldn't prefer it myself. I don't do it myself, but the people that do, it's that, I guess that's what time it is now. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, to each his own, bro. Like, you want to sit down and record, go ahead. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's just, it's just not, it's not the same as, you know, the original way that, you know, that artists record. You know what I'm saying? The first album didn't come out because of the beef with Jay.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That was the Summer Jam where he brought Michael Jackson out on stage, sold the picture of P.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Dance school and all that when he was little and all that. And after that, like, the nigga P was just like wild depressed. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't.
Wait. I'm trying to make the connection though. Like, how did that stop your album from coming out?
Right. I'm telling you right now.
Okay. It's not an interview. It's a conversation.
Okay.
Mr.Bars.
Yeah, man.
Bars and hooks.
This is how it went, right? Boom. I was on probation. I was on 3 years probation.
Right.
I got locked up. I got violated. I got violated in February 2000. Came home in June. I did 56 days on the island in the 6th building, my nigga. Right. 56 days on the island in the 6th building. Boom, I came home. The day that I came home, we had a show. This was 2000. Matter of fact, I'm bugging. It's 2001. I came home June 22nd. We had a show in Boston, Mass. So when I came home, I got home that morning because you know the island let you go 5 o'clock in the morning. I came home that morning. Niggas ordered the V for me. Boom. Drove down there. By the time I got down there, everybody was already at the show. So I'm sitting outside the hotel. I ain't got no phone or nothing on me. I just came home. I had like $5 in my pocket. I'm in front of this hotel. I'm waiting for everybody to get back. I'm like, I know it's gonna be lit and all that. Like, I'm like, yo, it's lit. I'm back home. We back on. Like, we getting back to it. I come back. Everybody come back from the show. Everybody walking past me. I'm like, yo, what's up with y'all niggas, man? Yo, Bars, chill. You wildin'. Yo, chill, Bars, you wildin'. I'm like, you talking about I'm wildin', nigga? I just came home. Y'all niggas walking past me like y'all don't see me. Yo, P just got robbed. Niggas took him, P and Noyd just got robbed. Like, you gotta, like, just relax for a minute. Like, we see you, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, this is wild. This is crazy. So, they do, like, after the show, niggas was standing outside, showboating, like, interacting, not showboating, but interacting with the fans.
Right.
And somebody got close enough to P to, you know what I'm saying? P used to rock the 40-inch cable, like, real life type. Right. You know what I'm saying? So a long chain like that, nigga, it's easy to snatch that. And, you know what I'm saying? Get the booking and all that. You know what I'm saying? So, that's what happened. Him and Noyd got yapped that night. So after that, everything just started going south. We got back, we went to, I think, VA. We went from Boston to VA.
So wait, where was the crew at?
But everybody was there. Everybody was at the show. Everybody was at the show. It was actually a show.
So they outside, they mingling with
P
the fans
and Bravehearts. Word.
Right, but where like the entourage, where everybody was at.
Everybody was together. Everybody was together.
And the chain still got taken?
And the chain still got snatched because niggas was off point. Niggas wasn't, you know what I'm saying, on point like that. But when P chain got snatched,
right.
I guess the niggas out there had it set up at the same time. Like, yo, that nigga and that nigga right there, that nigga and P shit is mad long, but that nigga right there, you know what I'm saying? Like, he off point, whatever. So we gonna get close to them and we gonna snatch their shit at the same time. I don't know how they had that shit set up, but from what I heard, one of the chains that had got snatched off of Noyd, which was actually supposed to be my welcome home chain. You know what I'm saying? Like as if I did 9 years or something like that. It was only 52 days, but you know what I'm saying? But I was still away from the team and all that. So, you know what I mean? It was like, yo, when you come home, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever the case may be. And the nigga Noyd got yapped too that night. So the nigga Noyd was like, yo, my chain. And Green Eyes was, you know what I'm saying? Green Eyes, he used to run with us too. He used to run with us too from the Supreme team. Mm-hmm. And Green Eyes took off after the nigga who snatched Noyd shit. But the nigga who snatched P shit, like, that nigga got low or whatever. I don't know exactly how the shit happened because I wasn't there.
Right.
But this is everything that, you know what I'm saying, I heard from the source, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And the nigga Green Eyes was chasing the nigga down for the nigga that snatched the chain off Noyd neck, was chasing the nigga down. Had the hammer on all that. Like, we used to run around with hammers and all that.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Had them right in the engine of the car, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Wherever we pull up at, we pop the engine, nigga, take the hammer out the engine.
I remember hearing stories about y'all, man.
Always, man. We always had those on us everywhere we went.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even when we flew out, we had people that we knew that, you know what I'm saying, gave us cars, you know what I mean? They ain't know, you know what I mean? Like, they ain't know, like, P was like, basically he had put niggas on to the gun in the engine, man. They got caught with a gun in the engine.
Yeah, he said that in the song, too.
Yeah, he got caught with a gun in the engine because he had, like, his tags was some different shit, like, you know what I mean? Like, street shit, you know what I mean? That niggas do. And we always used to have the hammer in the engine, so, you know what I mean? But the Green Eyes ain't catch the niggas, so, you know, everybody came back to the hotel after that. Everybody was mad and all that. Then we did another show in VA. Then we get to New York. This is when, then we get to New York, because I think it was like 2-3 days later. Fucking, it was that Sunday or some shit like that. And fucking, nigga get the call on the phone like, yo, this nigga Jay just put you on a summer jam screen, my nigga. It's like, oh, word. And shit, after that, it was just like straight downhill from that. Like the nigga P relapsed. He started drinking and smoking again. Cause while we was signed to him and all that, the nigga was straight sober. He wasn't smoking no weed. He wasn't drinking. You know what I'm saying? According to him, he used to sniff coke. He wasn't doing that no more. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't doing none of that. It was mad healthy. You know what I'm saying? Weight up, all that, rhyming at the unbelievable level that I've ever heard in my life. You know what I'm saying? Because I was there like that whole time. And you know what I'm saying? Like he was on his health as well. Because, you know, he had the sickle cell and all that.
Right.
And so he had a clear mind through the whole time we were with each other. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he was like just basically looking out for us as little brothers. Like, you know what I'm saying? For my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how that was. I don't know how it ended up like that. But so the nigga got depressed. So we went to Long Island.
Wait. He got depressed from the Summer Jam scream?
Yeah, he got depressed from that. In my opinion.
Wow.
In my opinion, he got depressed from that
man.
because after that he wasn't rhyming the same. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like
How
he
did you
wasn't
look at
giving
that?
out
How did you look at that back then?
back then.
Yeah.
I was ready for war.
But I'm saying, seeing Prodigy or hearing about him in a dance school, right? How did you look at him different?
Oh nah.
Hell no.
Hell no. I looked at him as the typical 8-year-old kid
Right.
in his era. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That looked up to Michael Jackson, nigga. I looked up to Michael Jackson too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I might have had on a tight leather, you know what I'm saying, some penny loafers with the, you know what I'm saying, with the high waters and white socks showing, you know what I mean? Jacket, you know what I mean?
I had the jacket.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we all been through that shit, you know what I'm saying? But you know, it's just like from the outside looking in.
Yeah.
That shit'll get the best of you when you at that type of status. Like, this nigga's Prodigy and Mobb Deep, like, considered one of the best rappers in the world at that time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, this nigga Jay put me on the Summer Jam screen, killed me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then, like, ain't no telling what was going on inside of the industry. Like, you know what I'm saying? Niggas might have been talking about him like, yo, it's over for you and all that, and this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? Like, it was crazy. And then, mind you, the album had just dropped. You know what I'm saying? In 2000.
H.N.I.C.
So, yeah. You know what I'm saying? The album had just dropped in 2000. So it's like, you know, it was just crazy. Like, it was a lot of mayhem after that. Like, you know what I mean? And we ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, we did diss songs and all that. We was going at Beanie and everybody that was with Jay at the time. Like, ready. We did a freestyle for Doo-Wop. Like, that night, we heard about Summer Jam. That night, we was like, oh, it's on, it's lit. That's when P did the over the Hail Mary beat with E-Money Bags. Rest in peace to them both, my guys.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah.
That's what they did with Hail Mary beat, and me and Hooks did a joint over the Shook Ones beat. But for some reason, I don't know why, niggas pulled the plug on the freestyle with me and Hooks over the Shook Ones beat. And you know what I'm saying? Like, and I spoke to Hooks about it. It's like, yo, nah, I told him don't put it out because we don't want to burn no bridge that we ain't crossed. I'm like, nigga, the bridge is already
yeah. Already burned.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, nigga, it's no excuse for that. Like, you know what I'm saying? There was a lot of shit happening, you know what I'm saying, without my knowledge like that because of the communication failure, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't really too much communication between me and Hooks with the business, you know what I'm saying? And P used to, you know what I mean? Like, P used to put me on everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we did this, how you feel about this, or don't feel a certain way about this, or feel a certain way about that. So I was just basically like you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like basically left out for the most part of the, you know what I'm saying, whole situation, because it was business decisions that was made without me even knowing. You know what I'm saying? So it just started getting, you know what I mean? Like, it started getting strenuous, and it's like, damn, all right, now it's over. You know what I'm saying? Like, because let me bring it back. We went to Long Island, Havoc crib. Nigga P was in the bed, sleep. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, we went to the crib. I forgot who answered the door that day. We was like, yo, P here? It was just me and Hook. We pulled up. Like, yo, P here? It was like, yo, yeah, he upstairs. So we go upstairs and to the room that he, you know what I'm saying? To the room that he had in the Long Island mansion and all that. And this nigga's in the bed, sleep, knocked out. We had to wake him up like, yo, what's up? So I'm like, what's going on? What we doing? He was like, yo, I'm gonna give y'all all y'all music back. I'm gonna give y'all all y'all rails. You know what I'm saying? Let y'all do y'all. He's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I can't do nothing else for y'all. You know what I'm saying? And that's how everything ended. And then, you know, like after that, they got dropped from the label that they was on. I forgot they was on. Oh, matter of fact, Loud, I think they turned into SRC.
Right.
That, and you know what I'm saying? They ain't Steve Rifkin ain't take them with them. They ain't take them to the switch them, take them to the SRC label. So they ain't have no label at the time after that with the Summer Jam screen and all that. You know what I'm saying? And so we got dropped from Infamous Records. They got dropped from, you know what I'm saying, from well, Loud was transitioning, so and Loud they wasn't Loud no more, so they didn't have a home no more. So that's when they put out the Free Agents mixtape in the winter of 2001, something like that. You know what I'm saying? When we started recording, we wasn't on paper, nothing like that. We was just like, yo, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we want to get out the hood. We want to feed our families. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's do it. You know what I mean? Like, we ready. And, you know what I'm saying? We got it done. We was recording. And then we brought the lawyer in. Went over the contracts. We had signed a 5-album deal.
Okay.
And it was like increments where we was on what we was gonna be paid. So the first one was for the first album was gonna be 50.
Each or split?
50 split, 50 to split. Then it was 100, and then 250, and then some other. Like I just know that it went up to 675,000. You know what I'm saying? But
Nice.
when you 18 years old, you like what 675,000? Like nigga.
Plus that was the 90s.
Yeah, and plus it was the 90s. You know what I'm saying? So at that time, 675, you was through the roof.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You basically, you know what I'm saying? Start your foundation and all that. So it always was like, yo, I bet. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it. We went through the shit. We was reading over the contract, and the lawyer with the lawyer, his name is Jack, and shit. And we all fell asleep and all that shit. Yo, the shit was wild crazy.
Right.
We went through most of it, but we ain't cared because we was bonded like family.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But this was the business side of it. This is what we had to do, you know what I'm saying, in order to, you know what I mean, have the business going the way it's supposed to run. And shit, we all fell asleep, you know what I mean, and woke up and just signed the shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this is my brother. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we had that brotherly love with each other. Like, yo, these are my brothers. Like, this is what we doing.
Right.
I don't give a this lawyer was talking about. That's why I fell asleep. Now I'm up. It's time to sign. All right, it's time to sign. Because we ready to get it done anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, music was basically a part of our lives. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So y'all didn't understand anything on that contract besides the money.
I mean, you know, the money part of it was really basically what we was in it for, just like every other artist. But it was like, from my perspective, it was so much trust in P that he wasn't leading us in the wrong direction. You know what I'm saying? But at this point, right now, from where I see, like, it's like, I don't know if he was trying to be like all the other record labels where they signing artists and they giving them a certain amount of money and then they want to recoup and, you know what I'm saying, take out for studio time and, you know what I'm saying, features and upfront money and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if our deal was like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because
But you see, that's why I asked. Y'all didn't understand the contract at all. Right?
Yeah, I mean, we understood, you know what I'm saying? Like, we understood, like, what we was going to get based on royalties and, you know what I'm saying? Like, all that shit. Like, it was just like the way record contracts was basically when he got signed, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I mean? We had the entertainment lawyer and all that shit. It was his lawyer, you know what I'm saying? And the first rule was like, yo, when you sign with a label, You know what I'm saying? Don't use their lawyer. You use your own lawyer.
Right.
But we were so family embedded that it was like, all right, nah, we all going like, that's your lawyer. All right, this is our lawyer too. So now
Right.
it's like, you know what I mean? And the lawyer explained that too. He was like, yo, I'm not taking sides here. You know what I'm saying? I know both of y'all need a lawyer. Like, it don't make, like, breaking it down to us, like, it don't make sense for y'all to pay a lawyer and then for him to pay a lawyer, like, when we could just have this right here. I don't know if it was game. It could have been game, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't know, but I just felt like I was in good hands, you know what I mean?
Right.
To the point where it's like, all right, bet, what we got to do, all right, this is what we got to do to get moving on where we trying to go. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna be together forever. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I thought at the time, but, you know.
So y'all signed and the first album was 50,000.
Yeah. We signed, the first album was 50. Right.
Y'all was recording that album.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was called it was supposed to be our debut album.
Did you complete that album?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we completed the album. We had the website, www.infamousrecords.com at the time. We had pre-sales. We had pre-sales of fucking 20,000 before the album even dropped.
Right.
And that was independent. You know what I'm saying? And that's when niggas was getting
The bread was good.
11, 12, like all of shit, damn near up to fucking $17 an album, depending on who you was at the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that was just independent. So, you know, like, to have 20,000 hits, like, ready for the Bars and Hooks album, independent, you know, you do the math on that, that's 200,000. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
$10 an album. You know what I mean? So, and like, that was, you know what I mean? The album was recorded and all that. We brought in Just Blaze. We had Just Blaze on the album, Steve Solar, Casanova Rudd, who we called Mr. Beats.
So hold up. So the 50,000 was supposed to pay for these producers and studio time, or that was just your
The 50, yeah, that was the advance. The 50,000 was the advance.
What was the album budget?
The album budget, it was included in P's album budget. So
okay.
you know what I mean? Like,
Right,
he
right.
basically paid for all the studio time and all that. So, you know, at the end of the day, like, on a business side, he probably would have been like, yo, this is how many hours y'all was in the studio, whatever the case may be. Or he would have just been like, yo, you know, y'all my brothers, you know what I'm saying? I did this for y'all. Now we got this, you know what I'm saying? Now we got this, we're going to keep it moving forward, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't really, like, recording that album wasn't nothing really about money. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was just, like, this is what we do, this is what we love, this is where we from. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We gonna carry on the legacy of everybody else that did it before us. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what type of time we was on.
Now, when did y'all find out, like, okay, this is going to be deducted from whatever we make? You know, the studio time that we use, the producers.
Shit.
Because I'm sure P has to take that back.
Yeah, I mean, like, the way we had everything set up,
yeah,
it was like he wasn't gonna take nothing from us. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, if that was the case, he would have let us sign with everybody that wanted to sign us. But he was like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Don't sign with Priority. You know what I'm saying? Don't sign with fucking it was a couple of deals we had. Tommy Boy was out back then, like, you know what I mean? Like, it was
Universal.
Universal, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
He was like, yo, nah, don't, you know what I mean? He was like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, they want to sign y'all, but it don't make sense, like, you know what I'm saying? Because he knew the game already, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I felt like he wasn't holding us back, that he was just looking out for us and telling us, like, yo, we gonna be independent. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, this was 99, this was 1999,
Right.
2000, you know what I'm saying? So Cash Money was already out, Master P was already out, you know what I'm saying? And these is two giants that was killing the game independently, you know what I'm saying? So we saw it like that, like, word? Like, we gonna be making fucking Cash Money and Master P money, nigga?
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, we like, yo, let's do it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But little did we know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the game is the game. You know what I'm saying? It's like either you got it or you don't. Just like sports and all that. Like, nigga, you could play or you can't play. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, at that point, it was just like, yo, I bet. Let's get it. Let's, you know what I mean? Let's do it. We doing it independent. We not signing to no label. You know what I'm saying? And we was shopping around the labels, but for a label deal. We wasn't looking for a deal for Bars and Hooks. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was looking for a deal for Infamous Records so that we could, you know what I'm saying, open up the floodgates. You know what I'm saying? That's all we was trying to do. You know what I mean? So P was really like, he was very hands-on with us. Like, he used to come pick us up, take us to the studio, to the point where it's like he couldn't come pick us up, you know what I'm saying? So he gave us the whip, like, yo, here's the whip. Look, we're gonna be recording out here. We was recording on in Long Island on Cherry Valley Road. That shit, I forgot the name of the studio or whatever, but you know what I'm saying? It was industry studio, the big board and all that. Like, it was fire, man. It was a good run.
Head nigga in charge.
Right.
Let's talk about the album. The song Diamond featuring Bars and Hooks.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Tell me about that song. Tell me the day or night y'all recorded that song.
Yo, that song was like it was meant to be.
Yeah.
Cause before we even got signed to P, we already had this shit in mind. Like, it was actually Casanova Rudd's idea. Cause we used to be like, yo, when we drop, it's lit. Like, we going platinum. You know what I'm saying? And Mr. Beats, with his music knowledge, which is Casanova Rudd, the girls, I got them locked, warm it up, 1 or 2. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, he produced our whole demo, the shit that got us signed to P.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And he was like, nah, we ain't going platinum, we ain't going gold, we going diamond. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we always used to be like, you know what I'm saying? So ever since, like, we always used to, like, just brainstorm off of it. It was like, we going diamond. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, oh, that's fire. Started brainstorming. I was like, we going diamond. It was like, oh, that got to be a part of the hook. Like, we was always brainstorming the shit. So we came into the, you know what I mean? Like, going down the line, like, once we got with P, we had Just Blaze. He had Just Blaze come through to produce for the album, and at the same time, this is when fucking Jay was working on his album. It was supposed to be a Jay album, but he made it. It was supposed to be a Rockefeller album, but he turned it into the Dynasty.
Okay.
And that's when he had Takeover and all that shit on there, right? But and Just Blaze was like at that time.
No, Takeover was the blueprint.
Oh yeah, Takeover was the blueprint. My bad. Yeah, Takeover was the blueprint. The Dynasty album. You know what I'm saying? Just Blaze was bouncing back and forth between J and P and shit because they both was, you know what I mean, working on their album and all that. So fucking Just Blaze coming to the lab, he playing beats. We hear the sample, the Sarita sample. Ooh, we like, ooh, ooh, and then the shit double back, like, ooh. Then I just start going, we going diamond. It was like, we like, you know what I'm saying? It was like, yo, this is the beat. This is the beat for what we was talking about, nigga. This is diamond right here, nigga. We going diamond, nigga. This is it right here. And after that, it was a wrap.
So take me to the studio session, man. Was all three of y'all in the studio?
Yeah.
Was it nighttime?
It was me. It was
winter.
It was daytime. It was like right before the summer came in. I'm gonna say like May. Like it was like May.
Right.
And we was in Soundtrack Studios. It was me, Mr. Beats, Hulk, P, and Just Blaze. And you know, the engineer, Steve Solar. You know what I'm saying? We all in there and Just Blaze was playing the beats. And we like, oh shit, like look, he played mad fire for us. He even played 1-800-HUSTLER for us.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We're to the point where we was like, oh, we like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want that too, but we had picked like 3 different beats from because we had, we used Diamond for H.N.I.C, and then we had 2 more beats from them that we was going to use for the Bars and Hooks album.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we was in there, we was vibing, and then, you know what I'm saying? The Diamond shit come on. We like, oh, nah, this is it. You know what I'm saying? The beat come on, we hear the shit come on, boom, boom. And then right away, like, P just start rhyming to the shit. And we're like, yo, bro. Like, he's like, yo, nah, this is fire. He's like, yo, this is the one. This is the one that's gonna introduce y'all to the world. Like, we're gonna use this for the H.N.I.C album. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because we ain't, at that time, he had basically just broke the news to us that we was gonna be on the album. We ain't know we was gonna be on the album.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So at that time, it was like, he was like, yo, this is the one that we gonna use for the H.N.I.C album.
Right.
And we was just like, we was hyped. We was like, oh, it's lit. P laid his verse, Hooks laid his verse, and then I laid my verse.
Right.
And then, cause fucking, I took mad long to write my verse, cause I'm like, yo, I gotta kill.
Right.
I was like, yo, I'm not just saying anything on this. Like, this is my, you know what I'm saying? This is my first impression to the world. Like, I know mad people gonna hear this, cause this is fresh off the Murder Music album. You know what I'm saying? It's Murder Music drop, and then it was H.N.I.C. So I'm like, yo, these niggas just went 3 times platinum in the street, bootleg, and 2 times platinum, you know what I'm saying? As far as like RIAA was concerned, you know what I'm saying? So Murder Music sold, basically would have sold 5 million albums, but it only sold 2 because of the bootleg. You know what I'm saying? Then H.N.I.C was fresh off of that. So we knew, like, we was like, oh, yes, you know what I'm saying? It's lit. And you know what I mean? And that deal was through Sony. They gave the nigga $900,000 for that album. Like, you know what I'm saying? So the nigga, he spread it love though. You know what I mean? It was like, yo, it's go time, nigga.
Now,
That's all we got.
who had the best verse?
I did.
Okay.
Nah, I ain't going front, man. You know, P, man. P had the best verse, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody kept stepping out the Lamborghini with ashy legs. Nigga say,
Yeah,
my chain swinging. I grabbed my piece so that shit don't damage the paint.
Right.
Chest naked holding a drink. Like, he smoked that.
Yeah.
He smoked that. And you know what I mean? Like, Hooks was, you know what I'm saying, perfect for the intro. And I was perfect for the, you know what I'm saying, for the outro. So, you know, in that order, that's how I feel about it. Like, P had the hottest verse, Hooks had the second hottest verse, and I had the third hottest verse. I'll just be honest with it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna, cause you know what I mean? Like, yeah, but to me, every line through that song was like memorable.
Definitely. After H.N.I.C.
Yeah.
What happened after that?
After H.N.I.C, we was running around touring for the album. You know what I'm saying? Doing shows and shit everywhere.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and getting our buzz up even more. Like, cause we had where P would have like a little intermission in this shit and be like, yo, I want to introduce y'all to my new group that I got coming out soon on Infamous Records. Like, everything, like with him, everything was about bars and hooks. Like, even though the H.N.I.C was dropping, everything was about bars and hooks because he took more pride in having Infamous Records than his own album. So he basically put us before everything, you know what I mean? So we had our own set on the shows and all that. And he would give us bread for every show. You know what I'm saying? It was light. It was a light little, you know what I'm saying? Light little $250 a piece, but you know what I'm saying? But it was appreciated because it's like, yo, nigga, you pay for our plane tickets, you know what I'm saying? Our hotel room, all that. So it's like, yo, you know what I mean?
Right.
Reverted back to what we was talking about earlier with recouping and all that. It probably was like, yo, you know what? I'm just take the shit out off the top. So instead of me giving y'all $2,000 or $1,000 to spit a piece, I'm gonna pay for y'all to go everywhere, and then whatever's left, that's what I'll give y'all for the show, which was probably $250 a show. You know what I'm saying? But we did mad shows.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That $250 actually turned into something.
So now Bars and Hooks is making their own moves now. You're not signed to Infamous anymore, right?
Yeah.
How far did y'all go as a group as far as after Infamous?
Shit. I mean, I think from my perspective, I think we declined from where we was at. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like, yo, here we are up here, we fucking with Prodigy, so it's like we on the moon. You know what I'm saying? Now we doing our own thing. It's like starting all over from scratch again.
But how?
You know what I'm
Because
saying?
you already have the name out there, Bars and Hooks.
Yeah, we already had the name out there, but
y'all didn't really need Prodigy after that, right?
nah, we didn't need him. We didn't need him at all. But it's because that we had when like once we found out like everything was done, like after the conversation that we had with P when we went to the Long Island mansion and had the conversation with P, it was like, you know what I'm saying, the standstill. You know what I mean? Like everything was at a standstill. We didn't really know what was gonna go on. But it got to a point where the nigga just stopped picking up the phone. So it's like no more communication. And from that, we went out there again and we broke into the crib. We took mad shit. And you know what I'm saying? So once that leaked out into the industry.
So hold on. So Prodigy didn't want a relationship at all.
It was just like he moved on and was just like, you know what I'm saying? Like I already told y'all, I gave y'all all y'all music. I already told y'all I'm not fucking with y'all. I can't, you know what I'm saying? Like I can't work with y'all no more. Like what more basically do you want? You know what I'm saying? Just thinking about it from his side of the story, but you know what I mean? So we was
But
like,
that's what I'm trying to figure out though. Is it he had a personal problem with himself, or it's more like, okay, Bars and Hooks, I got a problem with Bars and Hooks?
nah, it wasn't no problem with Bars and Hooks. It was just like, you know, him going through what he went through with the Jigga beef and, you know what I'm saying, and trying to make things right with Hav, because him and Hav was clashing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Him and Hav was clashing. Like, Hav was never in the studio with us. He, you know what I'm saying? Like, we had a meeting one time with
Why is
Hav.
that?
Was like, that's Hav. You know what I mean? That's just Hav for you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I guess, you know, he was already where he was at, and he come from the same place we come from. And you know what I'm saying? So it was like, but Hav never really like he co-signed P because that was his partner, but he was never like on the forefront of everything or anything. And he wasn't even, you know what I'm saying, like doing nothing behind the scenes.
Right.
So, you know, at that time it was just us and P. And, you know what I'm saying? Like we out of that whole time we was fucking with each other, we probably seen Havoc less than 10 times.
So let me ask you, Infamous Records, was there like a staff, or it was just an imprint where P said, okay?
Yeah, it was a staff. It was a staff. We had P. P was, you know what I mean,
Executive?
the exec, you know what I'm saying? And then we had rest in peace, Tahim, my man Little's brother. He was the president of Infamous Records. And we had my man Torre, Gotti, like it was a lot of us, like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm so foggy I can't even go that far back. But
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like just to name a few, like we had everything set up in the, you know what I'm saying, in a business manner to where it's like, this is who gonna play this role. Y'all gonna play this role. Y'all gonna play this role. Y'all gonna play it. We had a street team, everything. You know what I'm saying? Like just like the labels had at that time.
So the purpose of somebody breaking into the crib was to prove what?
Shit. Well, actually, we pulled up to the crib.
Yeah.
We pulled up to the crib. We knocked on the door. Yo, you know what I'm saying? Because we like, yo, like we trying to figure out what's going on. You know what I'm saying? We ain't, you know what I mean? Like, so we ain't know what was going on or whatever the case may be. So we knocking on the door. We twisting the doorknob. Yo. It was like, yo, this niggas ain't here. So I'm like, hold on, let me see something. I'm bouncing against the door and shit. I'm like, this don't seem too sturdy. Nigga. So I gave it a like little bump with my back. It's like boom. And ching, open. Okay, we in here now. So we in there and shit. And fucking, we like, yo, we gonna wait for this nigga to come here, or we gonna wait for one of these niggas to get here. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna wait for one of these niggas to get here. So fucking Have come in. He think he walking into an empty crib. Niggas is there sitting on the couch. And the nigga was like mad surprised, like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? How the fuck y'all get in here? Like, type shit. Like, nigga, where P at? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, we gotta have, you know what I'm saying? Gotta have a conversation, whatever the case may be. Mind you, like, hold on, like, cause I gotta remember that the way, cause I remember that part where Have walked in the crib and we stayed, you know what I'm saying? We sitting on the couch and shit, and the nigga came in and fucking damn, that's crazy.
Was he
Because
shook or was like?
I mean, anybody would be startled walking in their crib, and you just see niggas get in your crib, like, nigga, the door was locked.
Right. No, I mean,
you know what I mean?
knowing that y'all not getting along with P, you know what I'm saying? Was he like more shook, like, whoa, you know what I mean?
Right, like he was more like in shock, like,
Yeah,
the fuck y'all niggas doing here? Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And it was just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we had a conversation, whatever case may be, and we left. So fucking, then it was like, probably like a week later, the nigga Hooks was like, yo, this nigga P ain't picking up the phone. So we went back out there. And he had fucking, because after, this wasn't the time that we took the shit out the crib. This was when Havoc walked in, this was the time that we got in the crib. And, you know what I'm saying? Nothing was happening. So when we went back, nigga had 2 pit bulls.
Oh shit.
So, we went back with the pit bulls. As soon as we pull up, we hop out. The pit bulls is barking, going off. Well, one of my mans, it was like good with dogs. So, you know what I mean? Niggas calmed the dog down, and this time the door was actually open. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, this is out in Long Island in the mini mansion. Ain't nobody locking their doors out there. You know what I'm saying? So, boom, we get in the crib. We running all over the place. Like, we looking through everything. Like, we went through everything. Wasn't no money in the crib.
Right.
Wasn't nobody in the crib, but Have had a fucking big fucking water jug bottle full of change. Niggas took that. Niggas was like, fuck that. We taking this.
Money is money.
Yeah, money's money. We took Chad. We took the barrel of change. We took like most of his studio equipment. Like, nigga had the MP with like disc in it, that shit that he was working on. We took plaques, everything. I mean, fucking the next day, the nigga Hooks went and sold the equipment to this dude named Paul Brown. That in the hood, like, you know what I'm saying? He good in the hood, like he used to sell weed, you know, he stepped his game or whatever. But he had a studio like down the block from the hood, not too far from the hood. So Hooks went to him with the equipment, like, yo, I got da, you know what I'm saying? Give me whatever he asked for. The nigga gave it to him. After the nigga Hooks left the crib, I wasn't aware of this though. After the nigga Hooks left the crib, fucking the nigga that he sold it to calls Have on the phone. Like, yo, I just bought some equipment off of Mike and fucking, you know what I mean? I just bought some equipment off of Mike and I seen a disc in here, it has your name on it. It's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I could just imagine how the conversation went. Like, yo, them niggas broke up my crib. Them niggas took everything. I ain't, like, he probably was surprised because they didn't know that we was the ones that did it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They was just like, oh, shit, them got robbed. You know what I mean? And fucking, like, from there, it was a wrap. You know what I'm saying? Like, from there, it was a wrap. And then, fucking 2 days after that, my cousin, Bryce Breeze, he hit me like, yo, you gotta fucking go in on these niggas. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, you gotta go in on these niggas, like, shit on these niggas, like, you know what I mean? I'm like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it. He's like, yo, I got Cut Master C on deck. He ready to put it out. He's like, we're gonna go to the lab over here, get the shit done, and we're gonna put that shit out. Like, just to let everybody know, like, you know what I mean? Like, niggas ain't fucking with niggas. Which I think was a wrong move because it's like, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, I still hear the shit to this day. Didn't them niggas rob Mobb Deep crib? Like, they put you on, you niggas ain't grateful and all that shit, but niggas don't know the eternal side of it, that caused all this shit to happen, you know what I mean? So it was what it was, you know what I mean? Still, you know what I'm saying?
So this is what I'm trying to figure out, right? Did you feel like you were treated unfairly, or the group Bars and Hooks was treated unfairly? Like after the relationship was over, why
Yeah.
y'all wanted to talk to Prodigy?
Shit, cause we was like, yo, bro, like, we just fucking put in mad pain. Like, you know what I'm saying? We put in mad pain, putting in work, we running around, like, you know what I'm saying? And at, you know, at this time, niggas was still on niggas' head. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, bro, like, you know, you got, you know what I'm saying? Like, we hold you down through whatever. Like, we held you down through whatever, everything in this, you know what I'm saying, short time span that we, you know what I'm saying, was running around with each other. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whoa, bro, like, don't do this. Like, why you gonna do this now? Like, nigga, we already reached to the point where we wanted to be, where people already know about us. Like, let's get this bread together. Like, nigga, we got a family to feed too.
Right.
And everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so, you know, that's what we was trying to get through to them, but it was like no communication, no nothing. Especially after we robbed the crib. We robbed the crib. Then I did a diss record about them. So it was like, all right, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all niggas just gonna, you know what I mean? It's over for y'all niggas.
So it was
gonna
more than the
starve.
music.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay.
It was more than the music. Like, it was like P was like, cause he had a crib and like going out towards the Hamptons. It was like mad weird. Like, you'll be on, like, you on this highway, and then you make it right off the highway, and then you drive for like 2 miles, and you don't see nothing but trees and dirt roads and shit. And then the first house you see, the shit is like a castle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And this is P's crib.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, I got fucking 6 bedrooms in here. You know what I'm saying? It's just me. It was just him, his wife, his daughter, and his son. You know what I'm saying? Like, they had their own room. P, you know, they had the master. You know what I mean? Then Shaka and Tasia had their own room, and he was like, "Yo, the other 2 rooms is for y'all niggas." You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, bro, like, we moving like this. You know what I'm saying? It's like, at the end of the day, what happened, my nigga? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, now you just not fucking with us no more. Like, you can't. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or you're not going. You know what I'm saying? Niggas dropped a new album, so it's like, yo. But I don't know. I think that was more from more of Hav's doing. Like, yo, nah, I'm not putting these niggas on the Mobb Deep album. Like, you did the H.N.I.C album. That was your album. You did what you wanted to do. That's all fine and dandy. But when it comes to Mobb Deep, nigga, fuck them niggas type shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
you know, and respectfully. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And respectfully, because it's like, you know, that's your shit. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want something, if I don't want something, I'm not going to have it, you know what I'm saying, in my circumference. So, you know, it's just like, all right, whatever. But that's how everything stirred up, like the whole beef and all that. And, you know, eventually, like, before he passed away and all that shit, like, we made it, like, we was getting up. We was about to start working on some new music and all that. Just trying to bring everything back together. But, you know, fortunately, he passed away like the year after that. And it was just like,
When you first heard that he passed away and how he passed away, you believed that shit? Because I didn't. I'm like, something is wrong here.
I ain't believe that shit at all.
Yeah,
I ain't believe that
that's
shit at
some
all.
weird
Like,
shit.
I'm like, from an eggshell? Like,
Yeah.
seriously? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, yo, nah, it's no fucking possible way.
Yeah.
And then even at that point, he wasn't, you know what I'm saying, like, drinking, smoking, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
he was smoking bogeys, but he wasn't like drinking and smoking weed or nothing like that. Like, he was in tip-top shape. He just came home. You know what I'm saying? He was doing good, but that sickle cell shit, like, that shit is the, like, craziest shit I ever saw. Cause we used to go visit him in the hospital when he had that shit, and nigga, that's that shit is something different. So, you know, like, I don't know how it is, like, with like the eating and all that, but, you know, it was, and then he was in Vegas where Pac got killed at, and you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, they knew Pac didn't like the nigga, and you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be, so it was like, oh, we got you. You know what I'm saying? And then he was doing the Heligan Galactic shit and all that shit where he exposing Illuminatis and different, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
different, because the Illuminati is not one fucking, you know what I'm saying? It's not one entity.
Right.
Like, it's plural.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
it's different, you know what I'm saying? Illuminati's out there. That's what they call it to sum it up, but it's just different groups of that shit. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Where
Yeah.
that's a part of the masses and shit like that. So I think that P was murdered. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's crazy because it's like, yo, like, nigga, I'm just, you know what I mean? I'm speaking the truth. I'm trying to put the people on to, you know what I'm saying, what's going on out here so that they have their own entities and, you know what I'm saying, handle their own businesses and be able to, you know, take care of their own families or shit like that.
So
You know,
what
keep people
exactly you
woke.
heard? He was in the hotel room. He choked on an egg.
What I heard was, because they had a show out there.
Right.
It was a show, they performed. They said after he walked off the stage that he started, like, you know what I'm saying, going into convulsions and shit from the sickle cell. So they had to rush him to the hospital. And they rushed him to the hospital. And, you know what I'm saying, like, his sickle cell was acting up and shit. So when he go to the hospital for that, they kept that nigga for fucking, like, 3 weeks minimum. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, shit happened with the sickle cell. And I heard he was in the hospital and he was eating and he fucking choked on an eggshell. Like, he did,
On
like
an
they,
eggshell or on an egg?
on an eggshell. Like, word. On an eggshell, an egg. But I mean, it was like from what I heard, it was like an eggshell that was left on the egg, and you know what I'm saying, it didn't go down the right way because like when you in the hospital for sickle cell, you can't do nothing. Like, you basically fucking paralyzed. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be fed. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, who the fuck was feeding them? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And why, you know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't, you know what I mean? Like, well, why the family ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, who, you know what I'm saying? Find out who this person is that was feeding them and, you know, do things according to what happened. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because, like, that's what I would have did. Like, nigga, what? Choked on the eggshell. Who was there? Who fed him? You was the one that was feeding him? What happened? Oh, you know, I was just feeding him and, you know, he choked or whatever the case may be. All right. Then it's like, all right, whatever the case may be. But, you know, I don't know exactly how true it is, but from the results that was given back was like, yo, the cause of death was, you know what I'm saying,
That's some
wasn't
weird
able to
shit.
swallow an eggshell. Like, you know what I mean? But that's how they do, man. It's a sacrifice, man. They sacrificing people, man. They doing all types of shit out here, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's sad, but you know what I mean? It's like, yo.
Did you go to the funeral?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Yeah. I went to the funeral. I got there, was mad love out there, you know what I'm saying? Like, I actually got there a little late, like after the services and shit. I got like a little bit after the services, like before they opened the doors and let everybody out, because the services was just like basically like you know, mainly family and all that shit. So when I got there, it was just everybody outside playing H.N.I.C, murder music, the infamous album, playing Mad P verses, everybody, you know what I'm saying, with their picket signs, you know what I mean, rest in peace, P and all that shit. And like a couple of people was there. I ran into Tech from Smith and Wesson,
Okay.
Kiss, fucking, it was like everybody, like, but those are the two people that I ran into when I got there. But then everybody was outside just after, you know what I'm saying, after everything, after the walkthrough and all that, paying their respects. And fucking police started going crazy, throwing smoke bombs and shit, like, yo, everybody gotta clear out. And the shit got wild with the police after that. A couple of people got locked up and shit. And then we took it to the hood. We was on 12th Street, just, you know what I mean, celebrating, you know what I mean?
Right. Let's touch on my infamous life.
My infamous life.
Is there anything in that book that wasn't true? Because there's a lot of rumors around the book. This didn't happen. That's not true. You being from Queensbridge,
Yeah.
you either seen it or heard it.
Right.
Is there anything in that book that's not true?
I'm going to keep it 100 with you.
Yeah.
I heard that Pete was writing a book. I was like, yo, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? Different lane. Guess, you know, and the author let go from going from a rapper to an author. It's dope. Then when the shit dropped, I heard, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, once the shit dropped, it was like, yo, P was talking about y'all in the book. And I'm like, word? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I just wanted to see, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to see my name in the book, because at that time we wasn't dealing with each other no more. So I'm like, oh, all right, like, word? Yeah, and what he said, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, all right, bet, you know what I mean? But
What did he say?
he was just like me and Hooks was, you know what I'm saying, we didn't listen and all this other stuff. Like, just why crazy. He said something about Hooks' moms, God bless, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I mean? Like, he just, like, on that, from my perspective, he was stating his opinion because that wasn't true. I know that wasn't true, but I ain't even read the whole book, to be honest with you know what I'm saying? Like, I just read what he said about us being hard-headed and all this other, like, just, it was minor shit, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But for the most part, I know that he was talking from his perspective, but you know, just like basically stretching the truth on it. You know what I'm saying? I can't really validate everything because I wasn't around him my whole life. Like, P was 6 years older than me, so
Right.
you know what I'm saying. I was a little nigga to P.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Type shit. Word.
But did y'all listen to P though?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Absolutely. Like, everything.
So why would he say that?
You know what I'm saying? Shit, it's basically, from my perspective, it's like it had to be an opinion, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. Like, Mike D didn't listen, man.
Right. Okay.
Mike D did what he wanted to do, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he just, you know what I mean? He was being him, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, you know, I was more of the like, more of the one that was in tune with where we was going. You know what I'm saying? And Mike D was just like the flashy one. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this is now or never. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm shining right now, nigga. Like, you know what I mean? I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And me, I was like, yo, nigga, in fucking 10 years, I'm gonna be, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Here, whatever the case may be. So that, from that perspective, I can understand what he's saying. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, these niggas don't listen. But it's like, he added both of us into the equation where, from my perspective, it really wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm quite sure it was a lot of shit that wasn't true in the book and shit that was true. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's just like, it was like based loosely on the truth.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Word.
Backtrack, right? The first record deal was 50,000.
Yeah.
Right. What did you do with your 25?
I didn't get my 25.
You did.
I didn't get my 25 because we was like, we only got 25 out of the 50
Okay.
because P was shooting Murder Music the movie at that time. So the director nigga that was doing Murder Music the movie had called P on the phone and was like, yo, I'm in Long Island, I need to meet with you, this, that, and the third. Boom. P goes meet the nigga, comes back, and he telling us like, yo, this nigga pulled out a gun on me, talking about if I don't give him the rest of his money, X, Y, Z, this, that, and the third. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, we was like, what? Like, you see, like, you dead ass? Like, for real? We was like, yo, nah. We was like, yo, fuck it. You know what I mean? We was tight, but we was, at the end of the day, we was like, fuck it. You know what? Just give him, you know what I'm saying? And he was asking, supposedly he was asking for 25. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if that was a way to get out of giving us the whole 50 and just giving us 25 and telling us to, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, don't worry about it or whatever the case may be. But we was like, yo, you know what? Fuck it. Give him the 25. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the conversation was like, nah, that's, you know what I'm saying? Like how am I going to pay y'all if I give him 25? Because if I give him 25, I can only give y'all 25. We was like, all right, whatever, nigga. It is what it is. This movie got to come out. Fuck that 25,000 because this movie is, you know what I'm saying? Is what's going, you know what I mean? It's something else that's going to take us to the next level type shit. So I never got my 25, you know what I mean? And I didn't even get 12.5. You know what I'm saying? I just, like, you know what I mean? Like, for the most, like, out of that 25, nigga, I probably seen like 2,000 or some real shit. You know what I mean? Because it was spooky like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The way it's like the love wasn't being spread like that to it. You know what I'm saying? But I never had an issue with none of that shit because I love what I do. You know what I'm saying? And this is what I do, and I do that shit till this day. You know what I'm saying? And I work 8 to 5. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's just like, it's never really that serious the way it's like, because anybody else would be like, yo, give me my money. If I knock your head off, I'll kill you. You know what I mean? Like, whatever the case may be, but it's like, you know what?
But
this shit
I'm
make the
saying,
world go around, but you know what I mean? You know.
I know you had expectations though.
Oh, definitely. Definitely had expectations. Been disappointed a lot. You know what I'm saying? Let down. You know what I'm saying? By people who I thought loved me. You know what I mean? People that I still love till this day. Like, you know what I mean? Ain't no love lost, but it's just, nigga, you can't come around me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm good.
How's your
beef.
relationship with Havoc?
Fuck that nigga. Dead ass word. I put that on everything. Cause when I was little, right, a nigga came to my crib. It was in my crib. It was my sister. She knew like Hav and all them, like everybody from 12th Street and all that shit. And them niggas used to come to my crib to smoke weed and all that. So Havoc was in the crib one day, and I was like, yo, teach me how to write. And he was like, all right. Nigga grabbed, I had the pen and the paper. I was already writing at the time. I was like 8, 9 years old. I was already writing at the time. So nigga grabbed the pen and the paper, and nigga started writing in cursive. I'm like, nigga started writing like triangles, squares, X. And he's like, yo, this is how you write. I'm like, fuck do this say, bro? Like, yo, it say X, Y, Z. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't remember it word for word, but that was my first encounter with Hav, as you know what I'm saying, from a child. And then, you know, like once we started fucking with P, like we only seen Hav like 2 times. You know what I'm saying? And one time we was in the lab, we was they was working on a Mobb Deep song.
So you actually grew up with Havoc?
Nah. Hav older than me too.
Okay.
Hav older than 2. Like my sister, you know what I'm saying? Like Hav is my sister in them age and shit. Like 74 babies, 75 babies type shit.
Right. But you was around him.
Yeah. I was, you know, I was around, you know, doing my little shit. I wasn't, you know what I mean? Like, but I was always like, you know, running around, playing sports and shit, you know, trying to take my family out the hood, bro. Like, whichever, you know what I'm saying? Whichever way I could.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that was my first encounter with Hav. And then, you know, like, as I got older, you know, it was just like, I ain't really see them too much, but they would come through the hood sometimes, and you know, niggas be in ciphers, rapping and shit like that. But once we signed to P and all that, like we seen a nigga like twice. He was supposed to produce some songs for the album. Nigga ain't never give us a beat or nothing. You know what I'm saying? So
why is that? The money wasn't right,
you know,
or
I don't know. I guess it was just like his personality or whatever, what kind of person he is. Because it's like, yo, we like Infamous is your brand too. You know what I'm saying? And whatever's going on with you and P don't got nothing to do with us. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't act like, you know what I'm saying, you not going to eat if you in the same circle that we in and you producing for us and our album is coming out on Infamous. records. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Which Infamous is known. You know what I'm saying? Mobb Deep is known for being infamous. So collectively, whether you involved or not, it still has something to do with you, according from the outside looking in. You know what I mean? But it was never a point where it's like, yo, all right, yo, here's a fucking beat tape for bars and hooks, like type shit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Why was Havoc and Prodigy not getting along? Because I know Havoc had put a rumor out there. I don't know if that was the reason why. You know what rumor I'm talking about?
Which one? There's so many. I can't pinpoint.
Nah,
You know what I mean?
he was saying that P was.
Oh, P was flaky.
Yeah.
Whew. That's a touchy subject because all this Diddy shit that's going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you know.
That's a touchy subject because of all this Diddy shit that's going on right now.
But we talking Mobb Deep, we're talking bars and hooks, and it's a part of your story, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
So,
definitely. But, you know, it's possible.
right.
It's possible. I'm not going to hold you. It's possible. Just because of the relationship that I know that P had with Diddy.
Yeah.
Ooh. That's funny. That's funny that P had with Diddy. that's funny.
Yeah, that's
I
funny.
cracked myself up.
That's funny.
But nah,
that's a good one.
But for real, you know what I mean? Like he had a good relationship with Diddy. Like, you know, Diddy would let him use the studio, you know what I'm saying? The shit that he had on what's that 20-something Street? Something, wherever that shit was at. But I pissed on the floor in there, but you know what I'm saying? There's a studio, you know what I mean? Like he let P use the studio, like shit. I remember one time Diddy invited him to Justin's and shit one night. He invited him to Justin's and shit one night. And fucking we had went in there, his moms was in there and all that. But they wouldn't let me in because I had a do-rag on. I had just took my braids out just when they was rocking the box braids at the time, you know what I'm saying, the cornrows and all that.
Right.
But I had a do-rag on. They didn't want to let me in. They was like, yo, nah, Miss Combs is in the house, you know what I'm saying? We ain't got nobody in here like that, whatever the case may be. And so I had to fucking circle around the block in the limo till P and Hooks came outside. Came out of there. Then they came out of there. It's like, yo, we just ran into Jay. It's like, what? It's like, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? We shook hands and shit. You talk about it. You know what I mean? He don't want no problems and all that after that. But after that, that's when he still did the, you know what I mean? The Summer Jam shit where he put son up on the Summer Jam screen.
Oh,
and
word?
all that. Yeah, wow. Hell yeah.
Wow.
So that was crazy, but bro.
But like, what type of situation would actually make Havoc say some shit like that about P? Being that's your close friend and shit like that.
Like they was like I don't know too much about their relationship.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, between each other because I wasn't around them like that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And the time span that we was around P was like short lived. It was only like 2 years, like 2.5 years.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't really know too much of the history with them, but I do know that, you know, when P signed the H.N.I.C deal and, you know what I'm saying, was putting out a solo album, that kind of, you know what I mean? Like from my perspective, from the outside looking in, I think that hit Hav in the gut type shit. Especially that he wasn't producing the whole album. You know what I'm saying? Nigga P got like $980,000 for that deal signing bonus.
Right.
Damn near $1 million signing bonus. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and his budget was crazy for the album. Like, it was like, shit, damn near unlimited, so to speak. The nigga spent so much money working on that album that they started fucking bitching about the food budget.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, that was crazy. But from that, is what I think where the relationship started to go astray.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, because, you know, Hav's he's only on one song, and he only got production for 2 songs on the album.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then P was running around with us. You know what I'm saying? And the way Hav saw it was like, yo, you know, Hav wasn't even fucking with the niggas that he grew up with. you know what I'm saying, and trying to put them on and, you know what I'm saying, make them successful and shit like that. So have always been like the offshore guy, like,
Right.
all right, I see y'all over there doing that, it's all good. I'm over here though. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here, I'm doing this. Like, if y'all need me, I'll pull up type shit, I guess. But for the most part, it was just like, you know, like, if we did come across them, it was like a fucking, you know what I mean? It was like a miracle,
Right.
so to speak. Like, oh shit, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
so, you know, but I think that's where everything went astray at. And then, you know, like that happened after P came home from jail. You know what I'm saying? Like they was going at it. And nigga Have did a diss song about P and all that. Still got the shit up on YouTube and everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
like I would never have a, you know, a relationship with somebody like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, this is the person that helped you get to where you need to be. Because if it was just you solely, like, nigga, you'll still be in the hood or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Somewhere doing something else, nigga, because this nigga is the reason for your success.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Is a big part of the reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you not taking nothing away from Have solely because you did your part. You know what I'm saying? Like with the beats and all of that. But nigga, if it wasn't for P, nigga, you wouldn't be as, you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't have
I
hit
agree.
any level that you hit.
Yeah.
And it shows right now. Like, I seen a fucking video of him doing a show in Brooklyn in a fucking lounge. Like, you never, you know what I'm saying? Like, you think I thought I would never see no shit like that. But if it was the opposite way around, like, if Have died and P was still here, like, everybody would still be rocking with Mobb Deep.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's the other way around, and that's not even a thought in anybody's mind. Shit's not even relevant no more. Like to the point, and that's you know what I'm saying, and that's on you because you didn't make the right business moves to, you know what I'm saying, make sure that your foundation is still elevating. Like, you know what I'm saying. So it's like once P died, it was like, Mob who? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Niggas,
All right.
you know.
So what's going on with Bars right now?
Shit, I'm working on a new album right now. You know what I'm saying? I was going to do 16 songs. I mean, 12. But after kicking it with you, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to make that shit 16.
Yeah.
It's going to be 8 and 8. Produced by me.
Right.
I ain't got no features yet, but I'm working on them. A couple of features. And I'll just be, you know, producing, you know, try to say I'm in that wave now, really. You know what I'm saying? I don't really do too much writing and nothing like that, you know, as of late since I started producing. I started producing 2 years ago and I'm nice.
Right.
Nice.
Okay.
Word. So holla at me for beats, man. But yeah, man, that's just, you know, producing.
So
Got the label, clothing line. You know what I mean? Called Bagange, shit. Shit I'm wearing right now, you know.
dope.
The logo right here. So, you know, if you see this, support me.
Yeah.
But, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man. And, shit, that's it. And
Who you trying to get
being
like
a
as a
law-abiding
feature?
citizen. Word. Honestly, bro, like, this is like this is my first project where I'm actually solely in charge of everything from the production to the publishing to the, you know what I'm saying? Like everything that an artist gets from a record label, I have all of that myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I was actually hollering at Nature.
Okay.
So Nature said he's gonna give me a feature.
Nature is dope.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
All
man.
season.
Yeah, that's a fact. Flush, you know what I'm saying? 90s golden eras.
Yeah.
And well, the top chef of the hood, you know what I'm saying? Call him Blue Cheese. Top chef of the hood. You know what I'm saying? He cook and everything. Like, he a chef.
Okay.
But he nice and rapping.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I got him. and my dude Merkham's. He's from Queens, but he's based out of Arizona right now.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
that's it. Like,
Yo, whatever happened to what's the ACD?
ACD, man. Yo, man.
Yo, they
Both of those is my guys.
those dudes was dope,
Both of them is my guys, man.
Yeah.
My guys, and I wish that they would have stuck together, but
What?
you know what I'm saying? Like
Yo.
they just went their separate ways. Like the dog is it ACD consists of A Dog and Ammo.
Right.
Ammo was the Spanish one, Dog was the black one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we from the same block, 10th Street, on the 41st side of shit. And it got to the point where, like, you know, they was making their waves and all of that, but it got to the point where, you know, it's like where, you know, the money wasn't coming in, right? Niggas had kids and all of that. So Dog just stopped. He just gave it up. He was like, yo, I'm not fucking with the game no more. I'm not producing, I'm not rapping, I'm not doing none of that shit no more.
Wow.
So that's how that, you know what I mean? Like that's how that came about. And then they both just went their separate ways, and it was just like no more ACD, man. That shit was crazy to me because those are like literally my childhood friends, like niggas that I grew up with, like, you know what I'm saying? Broke bread with, split half a heroes with, shit like that, you know what I mean?
Yo, man, I remember the mixtape era, DVD era, bro. It was all about bars and hooks, ACD.
Yeah.
Blitz.
Yeah.
He wasn't out like that, but he was buzzing a little from.
Yeah, cause like Blitz had just came home when he got on that Street Glory joint with Nas and shit.
Yeah.
See, he had just came home from doing a stretch. I think he did like 7, 8 up north and shit like that. So he missed everything, like when from Illmatic to, I want to say, Murder Music.
Okay.
Some shit like that. Yeah, hell yeah. So he missed that whole wave because he was locked up and shit. But when he came home, before he went in, he was one of the hottest niggas in the hood. It was him. Not like Nas wasn't even mentioned.
Can't forget about Killer Kids.
It wasn't even mentioned. Oh nah, definitely definitely can't forget my Children.
Bro, listen, man. I remember I was a teenager when them niggas came out.
Crime Fam. You know what I'm saying? Like we was the ones like after the Mobb Deeps and the Nas and, you know what I'm saying, the Nations and all that. That was supposed to be on the forefront after all of that. You know what I mean? Like we was the nicest ones in the hood at that time. Like, you know what I mean? It was us, Killer Kids. But, you know, I don't know. It's just something about these groups that be together and then, you know, shit start happening and egos start getting into play and, you know, people start picking and choosing which ones they want to fuck with and which ones they want to leave behind and all. You know what I mean? Like shit like that. So, you know what I mean? It's crazy, but yeah, like niggas was getting busy, and rest in peace, Killa Sha, you know what I mean? Like, you know, boy, that's my boy.
Yo, his voice never changed.
He was nice. Yo,
his voice never changed.
Hell no, that was AD. We called him AD in the hood.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To the world, he was Killa Sha, but we called him AD in the hood.
Yeah.
His boy, he always had that raspy voice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
His shit never changed.
Mad hyper, like a lot of energy. You know what I mean? But, you know what I mean? He had some health issues and shit.
Yeah.
And he passed away, I want to say about 8, 9 years ago, some shit like that.
Yeah. Because I remember my first time hearing them was on Marley Marl show.
Future Flavors.
Future Flavors.
Future Flavors.
I'm like, yo, these dudes is incredible. Like, the shit was just hard. Like,
shout out to Marley for that, because Marley was playing it. He was like anybody that was doing music in the hood at that time when he had Future Flavors. Every week you heard, you know what I'm saying? Like,
he was bumping everybody.
But somebody from the hood, like the record, like, yo, hell yeah, like he was playing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was actually the first time I heard myself on the radio was on Future Flavors.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we used to fuck with Mega. Like, you know what I mean? We used to fuck with Mega too.
Right.
Like, Mega was actually the first person to like put us on bring us to the studio, put us on a record and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's where, you know, we stem from all of that. And like at that time, the hood, like everything was.
Yeah. Here's my thing though. Y'all had so much great examples around y'all. Right?
Yeah.
Cormega.
Absolutely.
Cormega got all this independent money.
Absolutely.
That's somebody y'all could have reached out to, be like, yo, bro, just show us the game.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hell yeah. But, it's just being from the same hood,
Right.
that the politics just, you know what I'm saying, is the politics, everything just go left. Just because niggas from the same hood. Like, if we wasn't from the same hood,
Right.
I think everything would have turned out that much better. Like, if we was from somewhere else other than Queensbridge and they discovered us and,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, and then shit popped off. But it's just like, since we all know each other, it's like, it's like collectively, it automatically turns into a situation where everybody's talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas playing telephone polls. So by the time the story even get to the next person, the shit done been switched up. You know what I'm saying? And all types of shit been put into the mix and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why there's really no unity amongst the artists in Queensbridge. You know what I'm saying? Because of their egos and, everybody want to be the man at the end of the day. Nobody want to play their part.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, bro, just play your part. Like, nigga, you going to produce. You going to be an artist, be an artist. You going to be a street nigga, be a street nigga, etc. You know what I'm saying? It's that simple.
Yeah.
But everybody want to be king. You know what I'm saying? So, it's only two kings on the chessboard. A black one and a white one.
That's it. That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, like how the pawns gonna move if everybody just moving like they're the king? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not gonna happen.